Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good day to everyone. So my name is Professor Sharifah Rafidah and I'm from Universiti Teknologi Malaysia. Today I'll be sharing about Universiti Teknologi Malaysia experience in building resilience via Energy 4.0. So as a background, I'm also the director for the Process System Engineering Center in UTM, and I'm a REEM as well as a Certified Energy Manager, and I'm also a Certified Energy Manager Trainer under the Malaysia Green Tech Corporation. Okay, I'm going to share some of the journey for UTM Energy Management Transformation. So we begin in the 1990s where we call it the UTM Energy Management 1.0. So here we outsource our energy management system initiative. So at that time, other companies, they come to us and we subscribe to the energy performance contracting services. However, in the year 2000, we decided that we don't want to go for EPC anymore, and we want to do energy saving projects by ourselves. So in the year 2000 at UTM EM 2.0, we do a lot of projects to change our equipment to more energy efficient equipment. However, as the name implies, because it's just a project-based energy management, the projects are mostly not sustainable. Energy consumption reduces at that time, but because it's just a short-term project, after the completion of the project, many times our energy begins to climb up again. Yeah, so this was a problem to UTM, and in the year 2011, we decided that we need to transform, and instead of a project base, we would like to have a sustainable program which can sustain our energy management system in UTM. So that is where we embark on the Energy Management Gold Standard Certification Program, and we aim to get the 3-star certification. So if you're not familiar with Energy Management Gold Standard, it's actually a certification which is equivalent to ISO 50001, but it's recognized ASEAN-wide. Yeah? So UTM, we work hard. Yeah, so we send a lot of our lecturers as well as technical team and train them to be certified energy manager. So UTM has about more than 40 certified energy managers now, and we have about 8 registered electrical energy manager after that program. Until now. Yeah. So after we have embarked on the Sustainable Energy Management System program, Alhamdulillah, UTM, we have won in the beginning the 1-star, and after that the 2-star, and in 2017 we were awarded with the AMAS 3-star Energy Management Gold Standard. Yeah, so this is a very big achievement for us because 3-star means that you are a sustainable energy organization. So there are not many companies which has achieved this 3-star, and UTM was the first as well as among the longest 3-star energy management gold standard organization at that time. And this certification, as I have mentioned, is recognized ASEAN-wide. So after UTM has won the 3-star, previously also we have won the ASEAN Energy Award in 2012. But now UTM, we are moving further, and the next thing that we are going towards now is towards UTM Sustainable Energy Management 4.0, which is towards the direction of IR 4.0, low carbon system, smart system, and so on. And we believe that especially during this COVID-19 challenging time, there is a very, very critical need that we go towards smart system, automation, and so on. Yeah? And after this, I'll be sharing some of the products that UTM have done, as well as our R&D, as well as journey towards going IR 4.0 area. Yeah. All right, UTM Sustainability Transformation Plan, or in short, we call it Energy Star, can be divided into 6 pieces. Yeah? So the first is what drives us towards doing all this energy management is the pain and purpose. Yeah? We were an academicians, we are from the university, and we preach a lot to students as well as community that they need to reduce their energy consumption. So at that time, we feel that as an institution, it is our duty to also, instead of just preaching, but also to show that we are doing what we are preaching. Yeah. And at the same time as well, UTM, we also have to adhere to the EMIR regulation under the Energy Commission. And because we have to submit the energy report as well as appoint a registered electrical energy manager, so we feel that it is very timely that we have a very sustainable energy management system within UTM, which can help to reduce our energy bill, adhere to the regulation, and at the same time to show that we are doing what we are preaching. So instead of just saying, but we're not applying any of the things. Yeah. And furthermore, UTM, we have a lot of experts on energy within UTM, from electrical background, mechanical background, ICT background, chemical background, and so on. So it's we can always compile all this team to do many wonders for UTM. Yeah. So the 6P transformation, the next one is people and champion. So we always believe that people are the one that drives an organization. Yeah. So what, as I have mentioned previously, UTM, we have sent many of our staffs to be trained as certified energy manager. And not only we train them for certified energy manager, we train the top management, we train the technical team, and we give a lot of awareness program to motivate all our staffs to go towards the direction of energy sustainability. And UTM also, we have developed a lot of programs and products, which I will highlight later. And we have also collaborate with many organizations like KETA, KETSA, Malaysia Green Tech Corporation, SEDA, and many more, in order for us to move forward, to collaborate, to train others, to do more wonders for their energy, not only for UTM, but also for the other communities. Yeah. And UTM, after all the programs, we do measure our performance on how we are doing, and we do a lot of promotion so that other people can also benefit from the program. Yeah. So these are just some partners that UTM has in terms of energy management collaboration, and I won't be going through this. And UTM, just for your information, we have done a lot of projects with other companies as well in terms of energy. And these are some of the companies that have benefited from collaborating with UTM, either in terms of R&D, human capital development, or even consultancy. And UTM is also a well-known, recognized Southern Region Center for training the energy managers for Malaysia. Yeah, and we are in collaboration with Malaysia Green Tech Corporation as well as Suruhanjaya Tenaga for this program. Right, as I have mentioned previously, I would like to focus on the programs and products which UTM has implemented towards our direction of CEng 4.0. And if you are interested, we can also discuss further if you would like to collaborate with us on any of these programs as well as products. All right, it's very important that when we have some adversity, like for example COVID-19, we don't give up. We don't just follow the traditional method, but we look at it as opportunity for us to improve further as well as to build resilience. Yeah. So COVID-19, there are many pros and cons. Some people are happy about it, some people are not. But UTM, we use the opportunity to convert most of our system into virtual, into online, into IoT, and so on since the beginning and even before the COVID-19 situation. Yeah. This is one of UTM low carbon intelligent energy system that we have implemented in UTM. So it's a 4IR system where we have smart energy meters integration, and you can do monitoring for multiple facilities. Yeah, so it's a real-time multiple facilities energy monitoring. So let's say, for example, you have a lot of facilities which you have to take care. Yeah, so you can imagine that UTM, we are very big. We are like a mini city. We have so many schools, we have so many hostels, so many buildings even within UTM. Yeah, so UTM have about 20,000 students and about 2,000 staff. So if we want to manage a UTM as a very big organization, we need a very good system which can help us to manage multiple facilities. So if your company, for example, you also have multiple subsidiaries which you want to monitor, you may want to consider using a system like eSmart. Yeah. So eSmart, we got the sponsorship from Superb Teraju as well as HIP2 program under platform. And so what is unique about eSmart is it has a hybrid meter integration function. So normally for a lot of online monitoring system, they are connected to only certain smart meters. So in eSmart, we can extract data from smart meters where you can customize. So let's say you already have some existing smart meters installed at your facility. We can extract the data from that smart meter and put it into eSmart. And besides it can extract smart meter data, it can also help you to store manual meter data. So you have an option to type in manually the manual meter data, or we have another function which is very unique where we call it the optical character or OCR technology. Yeah. So in this OCR technology, it can help the meter reader. So for example, before this, the meter reader has to read your submeter data manually. Yes, so this is prone to error. So maybe, for example, they miss one number. So this will affect all the energy consumption calculation. So what happened is by using the OCR technology, the meter reader only needs to use their handphone, the handphone camera. They can scan the digital meter data, and the OCR technology, where it can recognize the number on the meter, will transfer it into eSmart automatically. Yeah, so it can store the data in the mobile phone, and after, let's say, the meter reader, they don't have internet connection in that area, so it will store the data first in their mobile phone, and when they have internet connection, it will push all the data into the cloud and into the eSmart system. And eSmart also have a virtual meter function where, for example, let's say your electricity line is a bit like combining here and there. So let's say I want to have a building data or a block data, but it's actually a combination of several areas meter data. Yeah. So in virtual meter, we can also do calculations on, let's say I want this building is a combination of several meters together. So by using eSmart, you can easily program what is the calculation for the meter data, which submeters you want to add together in order to get the building energy consumption. Yeah. Alright, this is another function in eSmart. So when we are doing the energy performance contracting last time, among our weaknesses was we did not do a proper measurement and verification. And if you go towards many certification programs nowadays, a lot of certification programs like EMGS, Energy Management Gold Standard, as well as ISO 50001, they require measurement and verification to be done for any energy conservation projects. Yeah. So let's say if normally you have to do it manually, so what you need to do is you need to do a baseline study on what is your energy consumption before you install an energy saving equipment. And after that, you have to do regression analysis. And after you have installed the energy saving equipment, you have to monitor again how much is the saving which the equipment has obtained. So measurement and verification is very important, because if you don't have proper measurement and verification, let's say you do an energy performance contracting, you can be tricked by the people who is supplying you with this energy saving. Maybe they claim that the equipment can save certain amount of energy, but in actual, maybe the saving is lower than what is expected. Yeah. So proper measurement and verification is very critical and very crucial, and eSmart can help to do all these measurement and verification calculations for your facility. Yeah. This is another uniqueness of eSmart. It's integrated with the two most famous energy management system certification, which is the ISO 50001, as well as the AMAS Energy Management Gold Standard. So by using eSmart, it has been programmed with our technical expert knowledge, and inside it you can do it has the template. It shows you how to do step by step. And if you want to achieve ISO 50001 or Energy Management Gold Standard, you just need to follow what is inside the software. So the software can show where you are now and how far are you from the completion of your certification documentation, and it can also help you to easily transfer data from one person to the other. So let's say you have an energy manager now, and that energy manager quit or moved to other companies. At least all the documentation is inside the system, so you don't have to worry. And many people can have access to various parts of the documentation. So for example, the finance people, they can see the finance progress inside the system. The top management can has an overall view about what is going on in the development of the system. The energy manager, they can monitor, they can propose energy conservation measures, they can apply for budget. So there are many things that eSmart can do, and all this it follows the ISO 50001 as well as the Energy Management Gold Standard certification requirement. Yeah. Alright, this is another unique software which has been developed by UTM team. It's called SEDAR. Yeah, so SEDAR means aware, and basically this system, it not only has the function of the smart energy system like smart control, smart switch, you can switch on and switch off the aircon, but it can also create behavior change or create awareness or kesedaran to participant or occupant of the building. Yeah. So this is very common. Yeah, a lot of buildings you have this problem where since your employee, for example, inside the building, they're not paying the energy bill, so they don't care about using energy efficiently or about saving energy. So for example, let's say they switch on an aircon in their room. So maybe they switch on the aircon at 16 degrees C temperature. Yeah, so let's say they go out from the room for a meeting, for example, or maybe going out for lunch. Maybe they did not switch off the lights or the aircon of the room. So you as the owner of the building, you have to pay the bill, but it's very hard to change the behavior of people. So like people say, yeah, sometimes it's easier to control a machine, but it's very hard to control the behavior of a human being. Yeah. So in SEDAR, it's a very unique app which no other apps has these functions. So basically the goal is to create awareness in people, and it wants to assist people to manage energy and then to be accountable to their energy. And it wants to promote permanent shift in behavior change for energy conservation for people inside that building. Yeah. All right. So SEDAR, it connects three things. Yeah, three things. It connects the user or the occupant. So the user or the occupant, they can switch on, switch off the lights by using mobile apps. They can control the aircon and so on. The building owner or the building management, they also have authority, for example, to set energy quota for the system. They can override, let's say the occupant has set the temperature to 16 degrees C, so the building owner can change it to 24 degrees C, for example, and many more. Yeah, and the system SEDAR is connected also to all the smart system, like smart switch, yeah, aircon temperature change, you can also do motion sensor and many other things. Yeah. I'm going to explain some of the features in SEDAR. So SEDAR is a mobile apps-based smart isolated unit energy management system, and these are among the functions of SEDAR. Yeah. The first thing is SEDAR, it can help user occupant, the room occupant or the building owner, to monitor the room or the building or even levels. So you can set it in any levels that you want. How much is the energy consumption of that area? Yeah. The second thing that it can do is it can set energy quota. So for example, for one office room, I have already allocated 100 kilowatt hour of electricity for that month for that occupant. Yeah. So what happens is if that occupant, they exceed this energy quota, the building owner has a choice. He can just leave it as is, maybe just give a letter of warning, or maybe he wants to switch off the electricity for that room, so the user cannot switch on anymore. Or maybe he don't want to switch off permanently, but he wants to, maybe let's say every time the user switch on their lighting, the lights will go off again, or maybe, and then they have to switch it on manually again. Maybe it will go off every 10 minutes. So there are many ways the building owner, they can give penalty if the user exceeds the energy quota given to them for that room or that levels. Yeah. So the next thing SEDAR can do is gamification. Yeah. So this is very unique because, for example, let's say you have set the room or the area to have 100 kilowatt hour of energy quota, but let's say the occupant, they use less. Yeah, maybe they use 50% less than the amount that has been assigned for that room. So you may want to give a reward for those that save energy. So for those that use more energy, you may want to give them penalty. For those that save energy, maybe you want to give them reward. So in SEDAR, we create this gamification function, yeah, where it can excite people to save energy. So in SEDAR, we can create competition, we can give rewards, we can give badges to those that save energy or reduce energy consumption. So you can also create competition among sections. So which section reduce more? So you can give them some form of rewards. Yeah. And in SEDAR as well, it can give you warning. So let's say the energy consumption of certain room exceeds the amount of the typical energy consumption set. Yeah, so for example, in UTM hostel, so let's say the student, they bring some equipment which they are not supposed to bring in hostel, like refrigerator or maybe some rice cooker and so on. So the violation of energy consumption can also be set inside SEDAR. Yeah, and as I have mentioned previously also, SEDAR, they have all the smart function of an energy system. You can switch on and off the energy just by using your handphone. Yeah, so let's say for example, you have set an energy quota for that room occupant, and that room occupant, his or her energy quota is almost near. Yeah, so let's say it's set 100 kilowatt. So let's say the energy quota is already 80 kilowatt hour, and he or she forget to switch off that lighting or that aircon in the room when he went back to his house. So by using his handphone only, he can check if his light as well as aircon has been switched off, and by using his handphone, he can switch off his lighting, his aircon, and so on. Yeah, so SEDAR has all these functions, and it has more functions like gas function. It can change temperature and many other things. Yeah. So if we compare SEDAR with other smart energy system in the market, mobile app smart energy system in the market, what is unique about SEDAR is it has this prepared system function, or where you can set quota and you can decide what you want to do when the user exceed this quota. And it also have the gamification function. So most other mobile apps out there is only on and off, change the temperature of the aircon and so on. But SEDAR, we bring it one level further, where admin, building owner, have the capability to set quota as well as create reward as well as penalty system tailor-made towards their company. Yeah. So SEDAR is the first humanized smart energy system, and we are very excited to implement this system in UTM. And so far, we have already installed it in UTM hostels. This is another system or technology which has been developed by UTM called MERCAT, Monitoring Energy and Centralizing Automation. So in this system, again, the building owner, it can centralize the monitoring system. So let's say you want to set all the temperatures to 24 degrees C, so it can do that. And in addition, what MERCAT can do is that it can also measure the current coefficient of performance of the equipment inside the area. So for example, the aircon, it can calculate what is the current coefficient of performance of the aircon, and if there is a requirement for maintenance. So the system can alert the owner when is the right time to do the maintenance for the equipment inside the buildings. Okay, so these are just some dashboards for Mercat. Alright, this is another technology by UTM to reduce energy consumption in aircon. It's called the Advanced Thermal Control System. So this one caters for the centralized building air conditioning system, and it can do load matching capability. Yeah, it avoids overcooling and waste of energy, and by using this system you can reduce your aircon energy consumption by almost 40%, and at the same time you can maintain comfort as well as comply with the requirement. Yeah. And UTM, we also have energy info, energy audit information, where, for example, let's say you do energy audit for an area. So we have an IoT system which can send the information about what are the result of the energy audit to the users. So this one is to create more awareness to users as well as to assist facility manager to monitor their energy. Okay. This is another unique software from UTM. It's called Optimal Audit. So basically, let's say you are an energy auditor. So you need to do a lot of energy audit for many buildings. Or maybe you're an energy manager for your own facility and you want to conduct energy audit. So what Optimal Audit can do is it can help you to calculate what is the current efficiency of all your various equipment like motor, pump, chiller, compressor, boiler, and so on. So Optimal Audit has all the major equipment and it can calculate what is the current equipment efficiency, and it can also propose the energy conservation measures which is suitable for that equipment and calculate the economics if you change the equipments. Yeah. Other things it can do is it can do load switching, load demand management, as well as it can also do tariff switching analysis. And Optimal Audit, it don't only audit energy, you can also audit your gas emission as well as your wastewater system. UTM is also an expert in thermal energy recovery technologies. So in the upcoming Energy Efficiency Conservation Act, in the future, maybe in 1 year time or 2 years time, there is high likelihood that before this, many facilities, they only have to reduce their electrical energy consumption. But after the enactment of the Energy Efficiency Conservation Act, in maybe 1 or 2 years time, thermal energy will also be mandatory to be reduced. Yeah? So UTM is also an expert in thermal energy recovery technologies, and we have done a lot of projects on this. In fact, we organize a lot of trainings, and we have trainings on certified thermal energy auditor as well as certified thermal energy recovery experts. So if you're interested on this training, you can go to our website at prospect.utm.my. Yeah? And we have done a lot of projects, as I have mentioned, and these are among the sample of savings that they can achieve from thermal energy recovery. So if your facility use a lot of thermal energy and consume a lot of steam, refrigeration, cooling water, and so on, you may want to consider doing thermal energy recovery projects. So here are some examples. So for example, we have done one project in an oil refinery in Pertamina in Indonesia. And after we have completed the project, we have managed to save them about 12.8 USD million per year. Yeah. And we have done another project for middle distillate in Malaysia. And again, the saving is very, very high. It's about 4 million USD per year of energy saving. And another project we have done for oleochemical, they have also managed to save about 750,000 USD per year. So that is a very huge saving if you are looking for a way to reduce your operational costs of your company. In UTM, we have our own in-house software to perform maximum energy recovery calculations. So it's called Optimal Heat. And in Optimal Heat, you can analyze what is the maximum thermal waste heat recovery potential for a building or a facility. Yeah. Besides products, UTM also have a lot of capacity building programs. We have capacity building programs for energy from organization level. So let's say, for example, you want to create awareness training for the staff in your company. So we have conducted a lot of awareness training programs. We also have trainings for top management. Yeah? So for example, you're an energy manager and maybe you want to train your top management on how to create sustainable energy management system. So we also have trainings for top management, and we also have very specific technical training for engineers as well as technicians that are dealing with the energy equipments. So let's say you want to train your engineers or your technician, for example those dealing with boilers, motors, pumps, chillers, compressors and so on. So we have specific trainings on how to reduce the energy consumption for various equipment such as this. Yeah. This is our signature training, as I have mentioned previously. So if you want to train your top management, a certified energy manager training course is one example of training we can organize. But if you don't want the 5 days training, we can also do a short version like half day or maybe a 1 day training, and we can focus on specific things that your top management wants to know if they want to go towards sustainable energy management system. And we have thermal energy recovery trainings, as I have mentioned previously. And just recently, we also have obtained the HRDF Penjana GIG funding for these programs. And many others training that we have. So how to find hidden efficient potentials in your equipment, energy audit for electrical system optimization by using GAMS. And we also have training for thermal energy efficiency and solar thermal applications, which we collaborate with UNIDO. And if you want to explore cogeneration system, or if you, for example, you want to do specific training on boiler as well as your steam system, we also have energy trainings for this kind of courses. And this is another unique training that we are collaborating with Malaysia Green Tech Corporation as well as the ASEAN Center for Energy. So typically, if you attend energy audit trainings, most of them only cover the fundamentals as well as the theories. So they are less on the practical side, and some people, they cannot learn if they're not seeing at the real thing. So we also have a practical energy manager training, where we train the energy manager on the implication of, let's say you change, for example, the flow rate of an equipment. So what is the implication on the energy consumption of that equipment? So we have practical energy training for boilers, for motors, for compressors, and many more. And you can go to real labs and you can do real experiments and you can explore what happened if you change some of the operating conditions of the system, if the system is not running in full operation, and many other things. Yeah, so this is a very interesting training where you have hands-on practical labs. And there is also a software which we also have obtained from the AJIP training, ASEAN Japanese Energy Efficiency Program training. And based on the simulation software, again, you can see what happened when you change certain parameters, and you can see what is the difference if you use energy efficient equipment as well as not energy efficient equipment. Yeah. And because of the COVID-19 as well, UTM, we are changing many of our trainings into virtual trainings. So if you still are interested to learn on how to reduce energy consumption of your facilities, but you do not want to go to other places, yeah, so virtual training may be one of the solutions. So in UTM, we can do live session training with the trainers real time by using a system like WebEx or Google Meet or even Zoom. And we also have what we call the self-paced training. So it's up to you. If you want to go for self-paced training, we have self-paced training. And if you want the instructor-led training where you have instructors giving training live, UTM also have this kind of training. And you can go to our website to see what are our latest training, upcoming trainings. Yeah? And UTM, we also have organized a lot of webinars. So if you're interested in many types of webinars, so most of these webinars are free. So do follow our Facebook, Process System Engineering, Universiti Teknologi Malaysia, and you will be able to enroll into this kind of webinars from time to time. Yeah. And in UTM, we also have a very unique Master in Energy Management program, where after the completion of this Master in Energy Management program, you can also get REEM, Registered Electrical Energy Manager Certification from Suruhanjaya Tenaga. Master in Energy Management UTM in UTM is very short. If you are doing it full-time, you can finish it within 1 year. If you're doing it part-time, maybe it will take you 2 years. And currently, because of the COVID-19, we also have online learning for this Master in Energy Management. So you can learn from anywhere in Malaysia, or even if you are from overseas, you can also join this Master in Energy Management program. And if you cannot commit for Master in Energy Management, maybe because it's too long and you're afraid that you cannot commit to complete all the modules, so we also have programs, what we call the micro-credential or the digital badges. Yeah. So what happened is, let's say for a normal professional course, maybe it will take you 2 days to 5 days to complete the certified professional courses. And again, this requires a lot of time. So now we have what we call these micro-credentials or bite-sized learning, where you can take shorter modules. So let's say it's a 3 days professional course module. So instead of taking all the 3 days course immediately, you maybe just take like a 5 hours course. Yeah, so it's a sub-module of that 3 days professional course, and you can take it at your own time. So you can complete one module, which maybe take maybe 3 to 5 hours only. And after you collect all these completed module, which we will give digital badges for each of these. And digital badges are basically online certificates with blockchain recognition. Yeah, so it can check whether you really have completed your training and what was the result of your training. And from there, people can check what is the credentials that you have. Yeah? So if you go for these micro-credential courses, it's bite-sized learning. You can collect all these small module digital badges, and from there you can be awarded with a professional course badge or certification. Yeah? And if you collect various professional course certification or badges, basically you can go for credit transfer for some of this module when you apply for the Master in Energy Management in UTM. So only certain courses is recognized by UTM, but we have several courses if you are interested to go towards these directions. Yeah? This is among the training which you can take. So this is a process integration course or pinch analysis. This is for the thermal energy recovery. So this is a self-paced training. It's equivalent to 3 credit in Master in Energy Management in UTM. So if you take this MOOC, you can take it even before you enroll in Master in Energy Management. And when you are ready, when you decide to enroll in Master in Energy Management one day, so you can apply for credit transfer. Yeah, and this training can also be asked for credit transfer for other universities globally, because it's using the massive open learning course platform, where it is recognized also by other universities, provided that the course learning outcome is almost similar. Yeah. So to conclude about trainings, UTM, we have a lot of micro-credential and digital badges courses if you're interested. And by using these digital badges courses as well as micro-credential, you can stack it, and it is towards UTM stackable degree concept programs. And if, for example, you are a training provider, or maybe you're a trainer, and you want to convert your training into virtual or online system, but you don't know how. So UTM can also add training providers as well as trainers on how to convert your trainings into online. So we have huge experience on how to do this. So do contact us if you're interested in this direction. Yeah? So other service that we have in UTM, we have REEM service, a Registered Electrical Energy Manager. So as I have mentioned, we have about 8 REEM inside UTM. We have a lot of in-house energy software that we have developed in UTM based on all the expertise within UTM. And we can also advise if you want to go for Energy Management Gold Standard certification. And if you have a lot of thermal energy consumption inside your facility, UTM can also conduct thermal energy study for your company. So we can do this either R&D or we can use it consultancy. If you go for R&D, in UTM we also have matching fund as well as double tax deduction. So for example, your company have to pay tax yearly. So if you, for example, sponsor a student program, you normally can only get single tax deduction. But if you go for a research contract with UTM, so let's say you fund a research contract 100,000 ringgit, so you can get a double tax deduction. You can get 200,000 ringgit of tax exemption instead of 100,000 ringgit. So this is very a lot of people, they like this double tax deduction, because besides they can get double tax deduction, they can also get the result of the research findings. So we have collaborated with many companies on R&D. It can be on how to reduce your energy consumption for your building. It can be electrical energy, it can be thermal energy. If you are interested to go towards IR 4.0, UTM also can work together with you to develop your own in-house technologies, for example, and many other possible research in the energy efficiency or the renewable energy directions. Yeah. Besides that, UTM also can conduct energy audits if you want to do it. We have a lot of equipments in UTM to conduct this energy audit. And if you subscribe to any of our services up to 31 October, we have a lot of promotion, discount and gifts that we can provide to you. So do have a look at all this and visit our website for more information, or you can even contact me. UTM, we look forward for impactful, inclusive, as well as sustainable reforms program. And UTM, we have gone a long way. We start with the pains on high energy bills and so on. And we build purpose in our people so that we can go towards sustainable energy management system. So we train our people, we develop a lot of products and programs, and just recently, as I have mentioned, we are moving towards the 4IR, or Industrial Revolution. And our aim is always to build resilience not only for electrical energy but also for thermal energy. And we hope that the performance of our energy reductions will further reduce. And we always look forward to any partnership or any collaboration with any companies, industries, or government agencies. And we are very happy if we can also help you to do any R&D, capacity buildings, and others. Yeah? So to conclude, the 21st century institutions leverage on the power of people and technology to drive innovations and catalyze systemic and sustainable reforms in society. And in UTM, we hope to be the catalyst for all this. And with that, these are the 6 P's of transformation of UTM. And with that, I would like to thank all of you for listening. And if you have any questions or queries, feel free to email me or contact me and even visit our website. So thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good day again to all of you.